Good morning. It's Anne, the blog coach. How are you today? I'm running a little bit late myself this morning. The whole family slept in, so I didn't have time to really prepare for today's Facebook Live because I had a late late night as well last night, just finishing off some work to prepare for the week ahead. But if you're going to be watching live, say hi while you're here and ask me any questions. Or if you're going to watch on the replay, which is okay, just type in #replay and I can answer any questions that you have. I just wanted to pop in really to the group. I know it's only relatively new and I haven't been spending a lot of time in here, but I wanted to start to spend some time in here and get to know the members a lot more and get to know about the struggles that you might be having with blogging, with growing your blog audience, improving the traffic to your blog, or how to in fact make regular income and money from your blog, which is exactly what I've done over the last nearly 11 years. So I'm sorry that the picture's a little bit grainy. I normally hook my smartphone up to do Facebook Lives, but I'm just using my laptop camera and it's a little bit fuzzy. So I hope it comes through okay on your end. So about my blog, I started blogging back in 2009, and if I can remember correctly, that was back in the days of dial-up internet. I think we had a really big bulky desktop computer. My children were aged 5 and 3, my daughter 5 and my son 3. And prior to even thinking about starting my own blog, I didn't really use the internet for very much. I'd probably used eBay the most to buy things for my children or sell their outgrown clothes. I might have Googled something one day. I don't even think Google was really around big in those days either, and I might have used something like Alta Vista to search for something. And whatever it was that I found, I think from memory it was something from the blogger Jen from iHeart Organizing. And I looked at her website, and I thought, oh, that's good. I wonder how she's done that. And she had sort of calendar entries for all these different posts about how she organized her home, because I was very much an organizer and a homemaker and loved doing craft projects with my kids. And, we'd make up all sorts of games, and I was always a home cook and a baker. So, and I really don't even know where I found the word blog. But eventually I started to think about, oh, I could do this too. I wonder if my grandmother gave me a book of all of her old recipes that she hand wrote in. And I thought, well, I could do the same for my children. And I thought, well, I'd have to write 2 books out with all of my favorite recipes for when they left home. And then I thought, I wonder if I just started a blog, find out what this blog is and how it all works. And cut a long story short, I found out that I could use the platform Blogger, which is hosted by Google. And then I thought, okay, well, I'll come up with a name. What name can I use? I didn't have any idea about a name. And I was kind of thinking about, great home, happy home, homemaking, domestic bliss, how to achieve domestic bliss, so that when my children left home, they had this catalogue of recipes and homemaking ideas and organizing ideas. And somehow I just kind of played with words, and the name Domesblicity came about. So that's what I called it. So I was happily sharing my basic cake recipes and muffin recipes, and I think by default there's a following system on Blogger, and lo and behold, someone started following me. And I still follow her today on social media. I'll never forget who she was. And then it just grew from there, and more people came and started commenting on my posts. And then I found out about bloggers in Brisbane, my hometown, and started going to a few face-to-face events. And then it kind of made me more inquisitive about what was out there. This is good. It kind of nearly became addictive, wanting to get more people to come and see what you were writing about. I didn't understand anything about traffic or making money or ad revenue or affiliate codes or anything like that. And I guess I didn't really want to. I just thought, well, I'm living my dream. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mum. I didn't want to go to work. And I'm at home looking after my children, getting them ready for school and doing that. And then I think I might have got approached by a company to write a review about the product, whether that was some jelly crystals or I can't even remember what the first ones were. And then it kind of just got me even more inquisitive as to, I think this thing could really make money, because after all, it is just a website. It's a space on the internet. It's exactly the same as any of the company websites that are out there. And, I've got categories for recipes and crafts and different things. So I then set about trying to find ways of how to make money. So I installed the Google AdSense, and it probably took about 3 years before I received $100. And I continue to get lots of sponsors products to do reviews on, and I entered a cooking competition and won all these different things. I got to test drive new cars and write reviews, and then it just kind of snowballed from that. And I thought, well, I'm going to try this, and I'm going to try that. I'm going to try selling some products that I make myself. And what happened was Blogger just didn't have that expansion, I guess, to create things the way that you wanted to. I'd had many years experience as a computer programmer, project officers, project managers, in the corporate space. So I knew about computer programs and systems and different things. So WordPress was all the buzz. So once I merged over to WordPress, I had so much more freedom about how my website would look and the functions that it could perform, and I could start up my own online store. And it just really snowballed from that. And I made Domesplicity a proper company here in Australia with its own business number. And I started recording all of the incomings and outgoings and writing tax returns and keeping receipts for things that I needed for the business. So it really did take on, it really did become or transform into a proper business, a proper website, just like IKEA or Apple or any of those things. And then I kind of found that the blogging niche itself, you could spend all day signing up, sharing your posts well, I didn't really have Facebook groups so much then, but you'd be wanting more traffic by linking up to Linky parties. And don't get me wrong, I loved Linky parties in the beginning and have made some really great friendships over the years from Linky parties and a lot of traffic. But it kind of, there needed to be a real shift. There really needed to be a shift from this blogger mentality to one of a business owner or an entrepreneur. And when I started to think like that more, it just, things even ignited even more. It became easy to come up with blog post ideas because I had to become a bit of a salesperson, I suppose. And I've never really had any jobs in sales, but I think it wasn't so much sales. It was just being my true self and speaking from my own personal experience about products that I've used, the way that I do things, creating my own ebooks and checklists and things like that, that are really going to help people. That when you start providing value on your website or blog, it sort of more attracts more people, and they will buy your products. I know a lot of bloggers these days are really focused on creating a huge income from affiliate sales, and I've never used affiliate products like Amazon to create income from my website, but I've used affiliate programs like web hosting and some of the other software platforms that I use to earn income. But most of my income has come from my own products that I've generated myself. So, and I've also shifted where I spend my time. I don't spend nearly as much time, well, very rarely any time with other bloggers. I'm mixing more with other entrepreneurs, other women entrepreneurs, and getting the vibe off them and getting used to having that CEO mindset rather than one of a blogger. And, you know, the blog is just growing more and more and more. I wake up to sales every day in my inbox. I have afforded this luxury of my daughter's turning 15 this Saturday. So, you know, for nearly 11 years, I've been able to stay at home, be my own boss, have that freedom to do the school run, help out at the school in the school canteen, do the reading groups, go to sports days, have some time for myself. You know, those baby and toddler years were really, really hard, a really hard slog. So now that the children are more independent and they come and go to school and do their own thing out of school hours, it's really given me a lot more freedom to be able to go shopping if I want to, catch up with girlfriends for coffees or lunch, go to other business meetings, you know, finding entrepreneur network groups in your own area and mix with other women who are trying to make a living from home, and focusing all of my attention towards that rather than bloggers and blogging groups. It really has helped me grow my business and become successful. And now in March this year, I started up the Blog Coach to help other bloggers do that same thing and miss out on that 5 years of testing and trials that I had in the beginning, wondering what would work, what was going to work, you know, trying different types of software platforms and programs. And, you know, I'd sit and watch webinars about people making promises about how you could make all this money on your website and try this and try that. So I did all that. I fine-tuned it. I tested what worked and what didn't work. And that's why I decided to start up the Blog Coach to help other bloggers jump straight in and start making money now. And here I am. So I have a few other different websites and blogs, and, you know, they all create this recurring income and passive income for me. Like I said, I was running late this morning, so you know, we didn't wake up until 7:30, which is usually is an hour later after what we would normally wake up, and it was all skin and hair flying everywhere. And we eventually got there, but it's you know, I could imagine if I had to catch the bus or the train to go to work into the city, and I'm sure, you know, I'm pretty sure the children would still go to school, but, you know, if you miss that bus or that train, you don't have many other backup options. And, you know, because I love to keep house and bake and cook from scratch, you know, I've got that luxury to go working from home. I can go and put my dinner on during the day or prepare it, go for a walk when I want. And it's just been such a wonderful, wonderful thing. You know, I really am living my ideal lifestyle, something that I only could have dreamed of. And I can remember my mum, she never went out to work when we were growing up, but she always took in work. So she did babysitting. That was in the days before daycare centres. She did child minding. She did ironing for other people. When we got a bit older, she cleaned some houses, and she always, I think she did like to work, but she had a gardening hobby that cost a lot of money. So that's why she made the extra money for herself to pursue her hobbies. And I can do the same too. I've got lots of crafts. I'm looking around at my office, which is my office come craft space. So we can go on holidays. I can still buy the nice things that I like, and the biggest thing is that I've got that freedom to just be at home and contribute to the household income. Make the money on a regular basis and still blog. And I think that was the thing that I loved about it the most, is that I love writing, I love typing, I love creating, and I think that's what blogging is about. I haven't lost any of that. And the bonus is that I'm making money from it now on a regular basis. So that's just a little bit about me. I don't want to take up too much of your time today, but I am going to be coming back over the next couple of weeks to share more about how you too can have this kind of lifestyle and make regular income. I don't want to give too much away now, but if you have any questions about this Facebook Live today, just drop me a comment and I'll answer them when I come back. But I look forward to getting to know all of you and helping you with your blogs and your writing, and helping you create that work-life family balance that you desire as well. So thanks for joining me today. I know it's probably still Sunday in the Northern Hemisphere for a lot of you, but it's Monday morning here, and I've got a busy week ahead of me working on my business, planning, strategizing, creating more products, and creating lots more wonderful things for you to enjoy. So thank you for joining me today if you watch the replay, and I'll catch you again soon. Bye.